Welcome.
Attention, please.
Welcome aboard.
Welcome to the No Comfort Zone podcast. It's time to get out of your comfort zone and live on purpose. Broadcasting to the world from Rockford, Illinois. This is your wake-up call.
Warning.
You are the solutions to all your problems. Stop thinking average. Become the hero version of yourself. Every day, every time, without fail, no exceptions. It all matters. You've entered the No Comfort Zone. It's time for a reality check.
And here we meet again. We're back in the podcast of the No Comfort Zone. Success and motivation in the No Comfort Zone. This is your reality check. I say that a lot, a reality check. What'd you do yesterday? Whatever you did yesterday, those are the results that you are seeing today. Yesterday, I actually got home, and you know what? I actually laid on the couch. I laid on the couch and did absolutely nothing, and I was tired. And then I went upstairs, laid down in the bed, and kind of melted into the bed, and it was before 9 o'clock. Dog-ass tired from what I did the day before. And it caught up with me. I was super tired. I had all the intentions in the world. I'm going to go work out. I'm going to write a little bit. I'm going to do some social media posts. I'm going to do those things. And guess what? None of it got done. I had a down day. You ever have a down day? I had a down day. It wasn't scheduled. Didn't plan for it. Feel pretty guilty about it. But today I'm coming back at it again because I'm not going to let it hold me down, and I hope you don't either. So my reality is this. I let the night get away from me. I wasted some time. I published a couple podcasts yesterday and the day before, the ones that I built up and stuff. That's why you see like 10 of them come out at once. I get around to it. I need to structure that so I can do like one a day, get consistent. I don't know. What do you think? Should I do them like I've been doing them, or do you want to see them like come in like one at a time? One a day. Let me know. Hit me up, Dan at the No Comfort Zone. Dan at the No Comfort Zone. Email me. Let me know. Hey, this is what I want you to do, and start working it from there. Anyway, so I've got like about 10 more to put in. This will be like probably the 10th one out of those. But so, I let the time go by, but I'm not going to beat myself up. Like in one of the previous podcasts, I talked about chipping away at it. Just keep chipping away towards the little activities that you need to get done so you can achieve the overall greater good. And that's another thing too that ties into this, and it's about perspective. And I talk a lot about perspective. I look at perspective, and the level of disappointment that I have in my expectations of other people. I know, isn't that terrible? I'm a judger. I am a judger. I am an accuser. Like, amazing that I have not cleansed myself of feeling this way. So I have to control my thoughts, my feelings, and my actions before I blurt anything out and let people do what they're going to do. And it's sometimes, and most of the time, people will surprise you in a good way. I think in a good way. Are people predictable? I don't think so anymore. The more and more I live my life, the more I interact with other people, I would say the masses are predictable. But when it comes to individual people, I don't think so. Maybe the FBI and CIA and those type of organizations or behavioral scientists might disagree with me, but I just never know what people are going to do. I don't know where they're coming from. I used to think that I knew that a lot. But what I do know is this. My perspective is, what do I do? What can I control about myself? Just like with this whole pandemic, hopefully coming to an end, and all the nonsense and BS that this thing has drawn up, and all the heartache that it caused, and the anxiety and the fear and all that, and all the people that were selling the fear, and all the arguing, and where all the focus was going on, what was happening. And it's funny, 2 months ago, a lot of that stuff is now, no one even cares anymore about that stuff. People are looking at life a little bit differently. It's changed really fast. So it's your perspective on where you're going to control. I could beat myself up about my yesterday's actions, but I'm not going to. I realized going through the No Comfort Zone blueprint and how to use your failures to become successful, I'm aware of where I was at. I was laying in my bed and extremely comfortable, and I didn't want to get out. I was really comfortable, and I wasn't asleep, but I was just really comfortable. I identified, how did I get there? I worked my ass off the past few days in a row. And it caught up with me. What I should have done was exercise right away and then done it, and then lay down. That's what I should have done. That would have been the No Comfort Zone model, but I didn't do that, so I'm not going to beat myself up. in addition to that, I decide, what am I going to do now? Now that I know I've made a mistake, I've digressed a little bit, I'm going to decide what I'm going to do. So today I'm going at it 100%. You might think peaks and valleys. Well, the way that you're setting it up is you're going to keep peaking, and then when it's time to come down, you're going to fall down and go below the line, your success line. It's not true. It doesn't happen that way. I'll go for months and months at a time, pushing the envelope, and then sure, there is some downtime that needs to be scheduled in there. I don't think you can live this way 100% of the time. But am I going after it? Yeah, for sure I am, and I hope you are too. Now that I've decided what I'm willing to do and wanting to do today, what my hopes and my intentions, my aspirations are super high today as far as what do I want to accomplish and what do I want to get done. Because that being said, what I'd like to do is offer an opportunity for growth tomorrow and the next day. And if I can get that growth tomorrow and the next day, then I'm ahead of the game. My trajectory is still going north. I'm still scaling my success. And I hope you do the same. And like we talked about in many of the podcasts previously, it's not just one aspect of my life, but all aspects of my life. So what are the benefits? I felt refreshed after I got some rest. I felt like I could actually be sharper and be more precise in clarity in what I want out of life. And again, I hope you do the same. Did I write out my goals? I did not write out my goals because I actually crashed before I had time to do that. Does that mean I'm not going to be accomplishing my goals? No, it just put things in perspective that it's an important part that I need to do. So, and who's the commitment to? My commitment necessarily isn't to you and the people out there that are listening to this. And then I go on this journey with and talk about what's going on in my life when it's relative to the no comfort zone, success and failure. That's not my obligation. My obligation is to myself. So if anything regarding that yesterday, what had happened was I could make an excuse and I can blame why I did what I did. But the fact is I made a mistake in my ethics when it came to where I wanted to go. I let myself get comfortable during a period where I said there would be no comfort zones. And if that's the level that you're willing to play at this level, I promise you it's going to be magical and very rewarding. One of the trainers that I've dealt with in the past said, listen, if you're going to eat 6 times a day and you're going to eat a healthy 6 meals a day and you've got 7 days in a week, well, if you do the math, 6 times 7 is 42. You don't have to eat 42 times perfectly and on time, but have a goal. Like 42 is the number, but 38 of those times, if you want to lose weight and build muscle, that's where you really need to be at, right around that 38. And the 42, yeah, it's ideal, but discipline and all that other stuff that goes along with it. But if you're going to do it, you're going to do it right, and you want to build muscle, you want to lose fat, and you want to be healthy, and you want to have that energy and sustainability, out of the 42 times you're supposed to eat, 38 times, try to make that perfect. And that's something to live by. So the 38 times is what needs to be the goal, really, I think. That's the way it goes. And if it happens to be 35, I got a target to hit the next week, if that makes sense. So these are my ways of chipping at it. These are my ways of actually living in this, what I would call a non-virtual comfort zone. So it's just, this is all very real for me, and I want it to be real for you too. I want you to create an experience where people look at you and they're like, man, you're really pushing yourself. And I'll tell you what, I will tell you this. Here's the biggest thing that this no comfort zone thing has taught me in the last 2 weeks. In the last 2 weeks, I've realized that if I'm going to get yelled at by a customer, another employee, or if somebody's going to come down on me, or if somebody's going to be disappointed in what had happened, there's a lot of ways that I can internalize that and make myself feel better about that. But because I'm in the no comfort zone, I can take that back. I can take a deep breath of air, get a breath of fresh air, and I could say, you know what? There's something to learn here in what's going on, and I don't have to react negatively. I can keep my calm, cool demeanor. People have asked me, how do you not lose your mind when somebody comes at you that way? All I have to do is figure out, how can I make this better so it doesn't happen again? And I have to keep doing that over and over again. And if I keep doing that over and over again, I'm definitely in the no comfort zone. I'm not displaying minutes and moments of reactionary behavior just because I lose control. So the no comfort zone is by design. I put myself in an environment where I can have some structure and some disciplines in place that don't allow me to behave the way I want to behave. And if that makes any sense, if that it resonates with you, we're definitely on the same page and we should connect. And let's talk more about it. So hit me up at thenocomfortzone.com or Dan at the No Comfort Zone. I hope you're living great. I hope you're being great. But more importantly, I hope today's that day where you get out of your comfort zone and you live on purpose.
Say goodbye.
Want more of the No Comfort Zone? You can follow Dan on Instagram and Twitter at NoComfortZone1.
Bye.
Or on the web at thenocomfortzone.com.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to the No Comfort Zone podcast.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.